Dualies. The Dualies were the shiny new weapon class that headlined Splatoon 2, but outside of the Dualie Squelchers, they rarely gained traction in the competitive meta. Sure, being able to dodge roll made you harder to hit in theory, but their limited range and lack of mobility after a roll often made them sitting ducks against anything with even semi-decent reach. Fast forward to Splatoon 3, and things have improved a little bit. The Squelchers still reign supreme, but the Gluga, Tetra, and even regular Splat Dualies seem to be getting a bit more usage, and perhaps even a little respect. There's one set of Dualies, however, that just can't seem to catch a break, the Dapple Dualies. These poor things got no love in Splatoon 2, and yet somehow Nintendo managed to do them even dirtier in Splatoon 3. The selling point of the Dapple Dualies was supposed to be their speed. They're a lightweight weapon with the fastest rolls among Dualies and one of the fastest fire rates in the game after rolling, making them a clear Slayer weapon that can get in, get the job done, and get out before the enemy knows they're there. If the enemy does know they're there, however, the main weapon is effectively useless, because neither its shots nor its dodge rolls can travel very far. Forget comparing it to other Dualies, the Dapple Dualies have one of the worst range stats in the game, getting outranged by combat heavyweights like the Splattershot Jr. and Aerospray MG, and it slings ink only slightly farther than the Octobrush. Once your location is revealed, it's way too easy for opponents to zone you out and neutralize you as a threat. Now, this was all true back in Splatoon 2, but at least Nintendo was kind enough to provide a few other options in the weapon kits to make it viable in certain situations. For example, the vanilla Dapple Dualies in Splatoon 2 came with Suction Bomb Rush as its special, letting you rain explosives down on your foes and providing some cover for you to close the gap on an enemy and challenge them with the main weapon. In fact, I found the Dapple Dualies to be a solid choice on certain Splat Zones maps where your spawn point was 5 miles from the zone. Your beacons let the entire team get back into the middle quickly, and the Bomb Rush let you claim the zone for free. This was true for the other Dapple Dualie kits as well. The Dapple Dualies Nouveau had Inkstorm, and the clear Dapple Dualies had Torpedoes, both of which could be used to pressure opponents from a distance. In Splatoon 3, many of the shortest range weapons received the same power, with one notable exception. While every other short-range weapon was given something to deal with opponents the main weapon couldn't reach, the Dapple Dualies inexplicably received a pure support kit, with no way to deal with long-range opponents. Several weapons got kits like this, but most of them shared a certain attribute. See if you can spot it. The H3, Dynamo, and Squiffer may not have a kit that deals with long-range opponents, but they don't need one because they can already dial long distance with their main weapons. Even if you broaden the definition of not aggressive special, the Dapple Dualies remain the odd weapon out. Okay, stop it, we get the point. The Dapple Dualies is the only weapon that got left out in the cold with no way to approach anyone that it's not right next to. This isn't a Slayer weapon anymore, it's just cannon fodder, with squid beacons to get you back in the trenches quickly and Tacticooler to shorten your respawn time. Having said all this, there is still a way to find success with the Dapple Dualies, albeit in a way that's going to leave you less liked than Ty Gibbs when the match is over. The key to winning with the Dapple Dualies is this: if you can't get to your opponents, you'll have to let them come to you instead, which means you'll need to play the entire game in stealth mode. So how do you do this? Number 1, by sharking, or hiding in your own ink. You'll want to sit around corners, behind walls, and under ledges, popping out only to shoot people in the back as they walk by. Number 2, by base invading. The opponents can't play the objective if they're dealing with you instead, so push up as far as possible to cover turf, splat unsuspecting foes, and generally slow your opponents down as they return to the action. Number 3, by sticking beacons all over the enemy's side of the map. Squid beacons let you super jump to a position without requiring a teammate to be there, so place them all over the map to let you get back into the action, or perhaps behind the action, no matter where your team is. Number 4, by running far, far away from any head-to-head combat situations. If the enemy can see you and square you up before you can reach them, you've already lost. Abandon ship and retreat to safer ground. Number 5, by using the Ninja Squid ability. Ninja Squid lets you swim through your own ink without generating all the little splashes and waves that would normally give your position away. There's still a slight trail left in the ink, and you could still hear someone swimming, but it's generally pretty effective at hiding your movements, which means you can get to your opponents before they realize you're coming. Number 6. By using the quick respawn ability. Your role as a Slayer and your struggle to engage opponents one-on-one means you're going to die a lot using this weapon. Quick respawn reduces the time it takes for you to respawn if you hadn't splatted an enemy since your last respawn, which means that if you get rolled up repeatedly by the other team, you won't be punished as harshly. Number 7. By using the stealth jump ability. Normally when you super jump, there's a very visible indicator at your landing point that allows enemies to wait for you and punish you the moment you land. Stealth jump will hide your landing spot from any enemies that are too far away, making it harder for long-range weapons to camp your jump as you rejoin the action. If you're forever getting blasted by chargers or splatlings every time you super jump, this is the ability for you. Number 8. By using the quick super jump ability. Quick super jump, well, makes your super jumps quicker, letting you spend less time in the air and more time on the front lines. Number 9. By using the sub power-up ability. Sub power-up not only makes jumping to your own beacons lightning fast, it makes anyone else jumping to the beacon lightning fast as well. It's a great way to power up your squad by letting everyone get back into the action faster. Finally, number 10. By wearing the Howdy Hat. Now, is running a full main of sub-resistance up a good idea when there's so many other abilities you might need? Maybe not, but wearing a literal black hat will at least let everyone know that you are the villain in this story. The same is true for the Dab Victory emote. Seriously, only people with no soul use that. This combination of stealth and aggression fits the Dapple Dualies kit surprisingly well. The weapon's rapid fire rate will make quick work of anyone it reaches, and both beacons and tacticooler will get you back into the fray fast if you get squashed. It may not be a terribly satisfying playstyle, and it won't do great things for your KD ratio, but it can work if executed well, giving you the upper hand in each battle by making sure the fight is on your terms. I've already theorized about some potential undercover Brella kits coming in the next patch, but the Dapple Dualies are the weapon that's in most need of an updated kit. It's a Slayer that can't get close enough to slay, and it makes playing the weapon, even for a Dapple Dualies partisan like myself, a frustrating mess of a time. Let's hope this gets rectified in Splatoon 3's next update, but until then, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again in a future video. So long!